This is a priority alert from the County Emergency Response Network. This message overrides all radio, television, and streaming broadcasts. All residents who own dogs must listen carefully and comply without delay. If you have noticed your dog pawing, scratching, or pressing their nose against a specific spot on the floor, wall, or beneath furniture, stop what you are doing. Secure your animal. And do not, under any circumstances, allow them to continue. This is not a behavioral quirk. This is not boredom or anxiety. This is not about the dog. The first confirmed incident was reported at 2:14 a.m. last Tuesday from the Stone Mill Residential District. A family called emergency services after their husky, a 7-year-old named Sasha, began digging furiously at a section of hardwood near the hallway closet. According to the owner, Sasha's claws scraped deep enough to splinter the boards in under 2 minutes. The dog ignored shouting, ignored water thrown on her, ignored her owner physically pulling her away. The only thing that stopped her was the sound of something knocking back from under the floor. Not one knock. 3. Slow. Deliberate. Within 48 hours, 8 additional cases were reported across 3 counties. Different breeds, different houses, the same behavior. Dogs finding a single point indoors and attacking it with precision, claws striking the exact same place over and over, eyes locked downward as if following a movement we cannot see. In one case, a golden retriever named Banner was discovered with his nose pressed flat against the kitchen tile for over an hour, his breathing shallow, tail rigid, ears pinned. When his owner tried to pull him away, the dog growled, not at the owner, but at the tile. Moments later, Banner lunged, striking the tile so hard with his paws that one nail snapped. The sound that came from beneath the floor was caught on the kitchen's baby monitor. It was not scratching. It was breathing. Long, wet, steady breaths directly under the dog's feet. Behavioral specialists have been unable to explain the synchronized escalation. Some dogs pace after the scratching begins. Others freeze entirely as if bracing for something. But the most disturbing cases involve no sound at all from the animal, only stillness before a sudden violent attack on a very specific spot. Several owners have reported that just before it happens, their dog tilts its head slightly, ears twitching as though receiving a command too faint for humans to detect. Multiple phones and baby monitors have recorded a low-frequency pulse preceding each incident, a vibration that has been analyzed and confirmed as consistent across all cases. It is not electrical interference. It is not environmental. It is a pattern. Do not attempt to break the pattern. Do not record the sound intentionally. The last confirmed attempt to capture it resulted in the death of the animal and the hospitalization of the owner. That incident occurred in Pine Hollow at 3:13 a.m., a time now officially recognized as the point of highest activity. The owner, an elderly man living alone, reported that his German Shepherd had been pawing at the base of the laundry room wall for 3 nights in a row, always at the same time. On the 4th night, the man waited with a hammer in his hand. When the pawing began, he struck the wall twice. The dog stopped instantly, and something struck back. When responders arrived, the wall had been torn outward from the inside. Deep grooves, each wider than a human hand, were carved into the wood and plaster. No fingerprints, no blood. The man was found upstairs in his bedroom, unresponsive, his face turned toward the floor as if listening. The dog was never found. Authorities have discovered physical evidence beneath multiple scratched areas. In Red Hollow, an investigation revealed the skeletal remains of a previous tenant sealed beneath a concrete slab. In Cedar Hill, a section of carpet was removed to reveal a trapdoor no larger than a shoebox lid, nailed shut from the inside. When pried open, investigators found hair, teeth, and what appeared to be human fingernails embedded in the wood. The house had been built in 1998. No record exists of any prior disturbance beneath the floor. This is not limited to residences. 2 confirmed cases have been reported inside veterinary clinics after hours, where the animals began pawing at baseboards and tile grout, ignoring food and water entirely. Surveillance footage from one clinic shows a terrier digging at the same floor tile for 27 minutes before stepping back, sitting down, and looking directly at the security camera. Its mouth opened. Audio analysis confirms it spoke a single word in a voice not matching any known species. That word has been classified and will not be released. From this moment forward, all residents are advised to follow the updated containment protocol, referred to as Scratch Directive 7. If your dog paws or scratches indoors at the same location more than once within a 48-hour period, remove the dog from the room immediately. Cover the area with the heaviest object available. If you hear knocking, breathing, or movement beneath floors or inside walls, do not respond. Do not knock back. Do not speak toward the sound. If the activity begins at exactly 3:13 a.m., evacuate the room, close the door, and leave the house until daylight. Failure to comply may result in breach. You will know breach has occurred if the scratching does not stop when the dog is removed, if it increases in speed and force, or if it begins moving toward you. Scratchers do not stop until they reach air. Stay above the floor. This transmission will repeat every 45 minutes until all affected homes are inspected. Do not investigate claw marks. Do not touch disturbed areas. If your dog paws the floor, you are not the target. You are in the way. This is a continuation of the County Emergency Response Network Priority Alert. All residents should understand that containment has entered Phase 2. The situation is not isolated. Dogs are not the only ones responding. In the last 12 hours, 3 inspection teams dispatched to affected homes have failed to check in. Their GPS trackers show they arrived on location but never left. The last communication from team became at 2:57 a.m. The transmission lasted only 8 seconds. In it, one voice whispers, "It's not beneath us anymore," followed by a dragging sound and then silence. The address in question has been sealed and the property marked as condemned. The status of the team is classified as missing, presumed compromised. Reports from homeowners suggest that after a dog has targeted a spot for more than 3 consecutive nights, the location itself changes. Scratches appear in places the animal has never touched, inside closets that remain locked, on ceilings, and upper corners of rooms where no dog could reach. In one case, a woman in Brookside found a series of fresh gouges above her bed frame, exactly aligned with where her head rests when she sleeps. She did not own a dog. Several residents have reported hearing the sound of movement traveling through their homes after the dog has been removed. The movement is slow at first, a sliding, shifting scrape, but accelerates when anyone tries to follow it. In one confirmed case, a man attempted to trace the sound with a stethoscope pressed to the wall. He stopped suddenly and reported hearing his own heartbeat echoed back from the other side. His house is now under quarantine. All citizens are now warned of a secondary behavior observed in dogs shortly before a breach. The animal will stop scratching, sit facing the affected area, and remain completely still for up to 30 minutes. Their breathing slows. Their ears remain fixed forward. Witnesses describe the posture as waiting. When this phase occurs, it is already too late to remove the dog safely. If you witness this, evacuate the home without attempting retrieval. Authorities have determined that dogs in this state are no longer reacting to what is under the floor. They are listening to it. We have confirmed that in multiple breach cases, owners reported hearing their dog's nails against the floor long after the animal had been removed from the home. One man, interviewed under sedation, stated that the scratching grew louder each time he tried to block it. When asked why he hadn't left, he said, "It kept saying my name. I thought it was the dog." Audio logs from his home confirm a voice repeating his name in perfect imitation of his pet's bark cadence. That recording has been archived as Level 4 containment material and is no longer accessible to the public. Residents should also note a critical development in Pine Hollow. At 3:13 a.m., several homes without dogs experienced synchronized structural vibrations beneath their flooring. Security footage from one property shows the floorboards flexing upward in small pulses, as if pushed from below. This lasted for 21 seconds before stopping. The homeowner reported a faint smell of wet fur afterward. No living animal was found inside the structure. As of now, the official containment advice has been updated. If your dog paws the floor more than once in the same location, cover the spot with the heaviest available object and leave the room. If the behavior begins at exactly 3:13 a.m., Evacuate the home until sunrise. If you hear scratching after the dog has been removed, leave the property immediately. Do not attempt to locate missing pets. Do not sleep in any room with a marked floorboard. If you wake to the sound of scratching, do not open your eyes until it stops. A final advisory. Containment teams have confirmed that once the scratching breaches open air, the behavior ceases permanently in that location. This is not because the threat has been neutralized. It is because the thing beneath no longer needs to dig. In all breach cases, the sound has been recorded moving freely through the home afterward. In one Lexington property, this movement stopped abruptly outside the master bedroom door. The homeowner reported the doorknob turning slowly from the other side, accompanied by the sound of claws against the wood. If your dog paws the floor, it is not digging for nothing. It is showing you where the floor will open. The decision you must make is whether to be there when it does. This broadcast will repeat every 45 minutes until containment has failed.